So maybe if you can just start with, introducing yourself. So I'm Carmel and I'm so-and-so years old, and just tell us about your condition.
Hi, my name is Carmel. I'm 47. I was born in Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and I've got a mental health issue. I run by bipolar and depression, and I enjoy coming to Anglicare. I love going onto their groups, and also my hobbies are art. I love doing art classes and that. Now I'm just starting doing my own art classes on Mondays. That's why I can't go to Anglicare on Mondays, because Caroline asked me to do it on Mondays. Because yesterday I just had to do art classes. I just love doing, and Thursday nights I do tin pin. I help out with a disability people for basketball. I've been doing that I used to play basketball myself over 10 years now. I started playing basketball. Now I'm doing scoring for them, and the people down there, they love me. The referees love me. Now they treat me like a referee. Yeah.
Nice. And what sort of services have you been able to sort of use with NDIS funding?
I've just started my NDIS plan now, and I can't remember who I've got as a service. I don't know what.
Does it make you feel happy though? You're going to be able to do some more stuff?
Yeah. I also, sorry, I forgot something. I just got my bongo degree last year. I help out with I studied my bongo degrees last 6 months. Yeah, and I enjoy it. I did it through NDIS Wesley in Port Adelaide. I helped him in the kitchen. His name is Ross, and I did my studies with Ross and that. And we did a performance down at South through Skylight Forum, and we might have one in April. Maybe, we don't know. They might let us know. We might have another one in April the 3rd. Another performance in May the 3rd. Another performance in May the 3rd. I have to keep that out. It might be away too. My Ross rang me up, and I might see Ross tomorrow night about that too, about my bongo. And also do drumming on Grand Junction Community Centre once a month for the lunching and that. Yeah, their name is Kate and Sophia. I help them out too for the lunching and that.
Cool. And what about
my NDIS?
The NDIS. What services are you hoping to use, and how would
just
that make you feel?
I want to get a job out of it. If they can help me try and get a job. Like, I love kitchen, I love cooking and that. If they're just trying to help me get a job out of it. And I like to thank the cleaners for my service from my NDIS, because I've got lymphedema on my leg, and the cleaners can help me do my housework through the NDIS and that. I can't do my cleaning. I used to do cleaning before, and now I can't do it. It's very hard for me, and I've got problems with house and trust. It's not good where am I living because of my husband. He got assaulted. Yeah, if my husband can talk, it might have.
That's right. We don't need to. No. We don't need to hear too much about that stuff. But so you're looking forward to the services you're getting under the NDIS?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about that?
I've got a lady. A lady's called Barbara. She's at 100 Walkerville, and I've been going since last June, and she's been helping for my leg. She loves it.
Do you wanna start a sentence with the NDIS is giving me the opportunity?
Actually, NDIS is helping me for my leg too, because I went to Barbara last week, and she said NDIS is able to give me 5 visits. I didn't know nothing about that. Goes through Medicare now. Through 5 visits now, I just found out. Barbara told me. I had got to thank Barbara for that, and she rang up my doctor. And they gave her the NDIS. She had to speak to in my half for the doctor for my leg.
And is Barbara a caseworker? Or?
No, Barbara's my lymphedema doctor. Oh. And she had to speak in my half. They wouldn't give it to me for 5 visits. Yeah, it saves me a lot of money. 5 visits, it's good for my legs. I got my next appointments next week. I normally go every 2 weeks. I used to go twice a week, yeah.
And how do you, as someone that has...
I've got a support worker. I've got actually 2 support workers. One of them's called Aureen. I don't know Aureen's last name, who works for Anglicare. And I've got another one, Tina. I don't know Tina.
What do you love about life?
I love to go out and meet other people. I don't like staying home. I like to mix with other people and that.
And does the NDIS support help you do that?
Yes, yes.
Do you want to say and the NDIS?
And I know what it means. National Disability Service are the best for who needs it. They need to go down to the National Disability Service, means that they need to help. Please, people, go on to National Disability Service, please. You guys, you need to go on it too. A friend of mine's trying to get onto National Disability, but some doctors won't put her on. My friend needs it, and the doctors won't put her on. She needs it. She's got a mental health problem. Some people won't let her on.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell us? Do you want to say the word, like if you're repeating like you were saying before, and the NDIS, is helping me with this? They
are very helping me a lot.
Are you able to start it with and the NDIS are really helping me with this?
And National Disability are helping me very, 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 very much. A lot. I love it. Sorry.
It's good. Get excited.
I love it.
And how do you hope that people treat you in Australia? How do you hope people are?
One of them, the service who I'm with now.
I mean, just everyday people.
Oh, I get along with. I'm my heart. I love to help people with. I just love to help people a lot. I just love it. I just love to help a lot.
Do you always hope that people see you as like just a beautiful human being? How should we all look at one another?
You got to respect. The Lord is saying you got to respect all another. If someone's in a wheelchair, if someone can't do it, you got to respect. If someone's not I don't know. I used to work in the Woodwood Special School. If someone's in those those chairs, you got to respect every child and everyone in this. They're all human beings. They're not. You can't say bad words to the others. The Lord was telling me that all of them are human beings. Do not put everyone down. You cannot put everyone down. You cannot put anyone down. NDIS people will help everyone in this world, always. NDIS people can help everyone in this world. Don't ever put no one down. They are trying in their hearts their best. They can't. They're like all in our hearts. Sorry.
Do you think we all, because do we all have value?
Yes.
We have value?
Yes.
We all have value.
That's right, yeah. We're all in our, I'm one person, the other person can do it, they can try and do it. You never put person down. They're all in one. You never put one person down. You can't put one person down. You can't. It's true. You can't always put the other person down.
And do you think that people ever look at you differently you know, because of your condition?
That's right, yes.
Do you think that they do?
Yes, a lot of people have done it to me. And a lot of people think I'm lying, but I'm not lying.
So
A lot of people called me names. Some of my neighbours called me liars and nasty names, and I couldn't take it from my housing, where the housing officers called me nasty names. I couldn't take it.
Does stigma hurt?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about stigma? So stigma is meaning like people are looking at you badly.
Yes.
Does that hurt in your heart?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that?
I don't like it when I got food poison into my leg, an asbestos into my leg, and then this person, she's on, I don't like drug addicts and that. Sorry, I'm bringing it up. I don't like drug addicts. Drug addicts, they need to control themselves. If you smoke drugs and that, you need to control your temper and that. Sorry, I'm talking about drug addicts. Everyone needs to control their drug addicts. Everyone needs to control. If you smoke drugs and that.
Do you want to talk about stigma? Do you want to talk about, does that hurt?
It does hurt me. It does very hurt me. Because they poisoned my yard, those drug addicts and that.
But we won't talk about the drug addicts because
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
it hurted my. Sorry, I didn't.
When they were saying bad things about
that's
you.
what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about when people say bad things about me? That hurts.
Yeah, that's what I didn't.
Do you want to say that?
That it hurts my heart.
When people say bad things
When
about
bad things about me, I didn't mean to say that.
No. You're doing a really good job. You're really doing a super job. So what you were trying to say is, when people say bad things about me, that hurts my feelings.
And it actually puts me down a lot.
Do you want to say that sort of sentence? Like when people are looking at me different or say bad things, it hurts.
It hurts my feelings. It really hurts my feelings a lot.
When what?
When people put me down. They put me down. They put me down a lot, yeah. They actually put me down. Put me down a lot.
And that hurts?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And how would you hope that people see you, as just a beautiful, colourful, dressed, person, or what do you hope? You could start by saying, I hope people treat me
like a respectful person.
But do you want to say, I hope people treat?
I hope they treat me like a respectful person. Yes. But some people don't. They treat me like that what they want. Some people talk over my voice. I don't like that. I've been told by someone from NDIS, was it, or Anglicare, they have to wait when a person's talking to you, they have to wait for their turn. I've been taught like that, and they don't. Some people don't do it. They don't do it.
And can you tell us a tiny bit more about your condition and when did that happen?
My lymphedema?
Yeah.
I had my lymphedema over 10 years now, because I was riding a bike and I was helping. I love my bike riding the bike over 10 years, and a car rode over. I was riding. I lived in Findon Road with my mum. This is when I wasn't married, and this man had a phone into his hand and ran over my foot. And I think that man could be. I don't know if he's in or out of jail, because my friend Anna rang up onto him and said, "You're a very nasty man. You shouldn't have done that. You should have stopped your car onto a side."
And how did you get in contact with the NDIS? Who helped you do that?
Anglicare. Laura Duffy actually did.
And what's Laura's role? Do you know
Laura's a big.
She's like a.
She's the manager.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
She's actually a big manager from Holden
I
Hill.
know Laura actually. No.
Laura's a Holden Hill.
So
Because I used to be with a Mobbery group, with women's group. Laura, I used to be with the Mobbery group. Now I'll be with the Holden Hill group. I was with the Holden women's group for a long time. Now I'm going with the South group.
Okay. So maybe we could get you to talk about like there's lots of
That's what I was going. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When I was with Laura, with a women's group, we used to do a lot of things. Now they combine groups, men's and women's. I don't know if it's true. They're doing. I haven't been with groups, and now they also do carers groups too. I think last year we went on a mystery trip down I can't remember where we went. I met one of my girlfriend Nicole. She's on the Anglicare from South. She was with Michael's group. So
how did you?
Michael's group, she's on Michael's group. Nicole and I used to do art together.
And how did you get in contact with the NDIS, and have they been able to help you a lot?
Yes.
How did you get in contact with them?
I think Laura, I did my paperwork with Laura. I was the number one paperwork, and Laura filled it out. I did it with Laura Duffy, and then Caroline's part. Laura and Caroline did it, and then David Spencer came to around my house, and then I had to wait to be approved, and then David Spencer came to my house, and then Michael came to my mum's house, and when it got approved, David Spencer rang up Michael, and then I'm back onto the groups. I'm with the South.
So there's a lot of support organisations that can help you get on the NDIS.
Yes, and then they also Anglicare does housing too.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about?
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But do you want to? So if you say something like, there's a lot of support organisations that can help you get on the NDIS.
NDIS, Anglicare can help with lots of things, you guys. NDIS can help with everything what you need, you guys. If you need support, just ring up on your NDS. They can give you a copy of a piece of paper, ask for Anglicare, and they can ask for the NDIS contacts. Thank you.
Cool. No worries, thank you. I think that'll... Cool. So tell me about your story, Steve.
What?
Just say, I'm Steve,
And
and then tell me a bit about, your...
How old do you Steve?
My name's Steve and I'm 58, and I suffer from depression and anxiety and panic attack disorder. I've had it since '93. And story is this: I worked for the gas company nearly 23 years. I stopped working for about 10, and then I went back and I work for Rana right now. I've been there nearly 5 or 6 years. It's a shuttle workshop, which I like, and I just work. And I got through the NDIS because my wife got it first, and the guy did mine that work at the gas company, Arana. And basically mine is not really, what do you call it? It's not as complex as some other people would be, because I go to work I really don't need that much care, really, but there is some little things I don't mind. Bit of transport will help.
And have you got more? Is that because of your eye as well?
Yeah, well, I soldered back in May 28th. I got hit with I got soldered with a piece of wood, and I've lost my sight of my left eye, which it's not. I don't think it was funny, but.
And so the NDIS has been able to give you a little bit of support?
Yeah, in some ways, really, because I go to work, they really, basically, it's just helped me with Anglicare, support from Irene and that. And what else they've done? For that, so far that, but I haven't had, mine wasn't very, like I said, mine wasn't very complex. But if you don't do the NDIS, you're not going to get your, what do you call it, like your social groups and your, what do you call it, if you want to do art, you want a further education in that does give you a chance to further your education.
What about like how people view sort of, your mental health and your conditions that you've had? How do you hope people see you?
Well, basically, some people would know I have a mental illness. But if I tell them, they go, oh, we didn't know you had one. And I don't play with it. Well, put it this way, when I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety and panic attacks, I just told the doctor, don't sedate me. And that's the last thing you want to do, because I don't like being sedated.
And, do you think that there's how would you hope that when people do find out about it, how would you like them to treat you? Just the same as they were before, or Just
normal, just a normal human being. Talk, converse properly, nice and straight. At work, they know I've got a mental illness, but I get treated just the same. Not bad. But they do, sometimes I think there's a bit of a stigma behind that, because one of my managers thinks, well, maybe because I've got a mental illness, I'm a bit nuts, but I play on it too sometimes. I get to him. He don't like it.
Yeah, you got to do that if you're
the Aussie
way.
I always play on it. He don't like it. But I have to get serious now. That told me off a few times. Now I'm really getting into the work. It's not that I do. The problem is I get a bit blasé and I just sit around and sometimes, not sit around, but I just joke around. It's a bit.
How do you think people sometimes view someone that has a mental illness? Like even if you were to start the sentence, like, when you've got a mental illness, people sometimes look at you
strange.
But maybe if you could you start the sentence, like say what I've just said. When you've got a mental illness, sometimes people look at you, and then say that, and then continue.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They look at you kind of funny, say, what's he going to go carrying on, or what he's going to... Well, it depends on the mental illness, really. Because mine, I don't really carry on, but if I get upset, I can't control my temper sometimes, and I get in trouble with that. I've seen a psychologist about that, so... That's the only thing I can't... I just cannot handle is my anger is one of the biggest problems with me. I don't know why, but my doctor said it's associated with your mental illness and that. So, it's a bit... I just don't like it, that's all.
But you hope people can see through that and...
Yeah, well, and also put strategies behind it too. So if I do get a start, I'll just go for a walk. Go for a quick drink of water and hopefully I'll cool down a bit.
So you'd hope that even if you've got a mental illness, people just treat you...
Yeah, normal. Well, the gas company treated me normal. They didn't treat me with kid gloves because I did my work. And I didn't do anything stupid, but they thought I was a bit strange, but it's just part of my mental illness.
And look, we're all a bit strange, aren't we?
Yes,
everyone.
Even people who don't have a mental illness are strange. Like my doctor said, what's normal, and I'll come to see you to get normal. You don't have to go and tell me.
And so, you know, you can have a job, you can do all these things.
Yeah, you
even if
can.
you've got a mental illness.
You can, but depends on what tablets you're on too, because some of those tablets can really sedate you. And like I said, I don't get sedated with mine. But there's one tablet that will put me asleep all day, but I'm very careful of that one.
Yeah, cool. And what would you hope for all human beings? How should we all treat one another?
Normal. And it doesn't look like all the way the world's going now. We're not normal. The way I think of it, anyway.
Do you want to start? Because people won't hear my question. So do you want to say, you know, the way that we should treat one another is just, you know.
We treat as others. Well, right now the way the world is that we treat like idiots. What's going on? People are murdering, hurting people. But some people do understand. Iran doesn't really, but I think they're starting to. But it's just the way of personality of the person, really. Because it can affect your personality. In some ways, it can make you more lively, more talkative, or, like I said, they sedate you. You want to fall asleep all the time. I don't like that. I just can't handle being sedated like that.
How would you finish the sentence if you were to say, I wish people would treat me how? If you can say that, I wish people would treat me.
Treat me just a normal human being.
But do you mind saying that whole?
I wish people would treat me like a human being, that's all. Yeah. But like I said, there is a stigma behind people with mental illness, and people seem to tread carefully. And I don't know what to say. It can be a bit difficult, I reckon.